Hello, dear friend. Today, I want to take you on a journey. A journey that does not require you to pack your bags or buy a ticket just yet. Instead, it is a journey within your imagination, your memories, and your dreams. Because sometimes the most powerful journeys begin in the heart. I want to talk to you about traveling. Perhaps you have not traveled in a long time. Perhaps you believe traveling is only for younger people who have more energy and fewer limitations. But the truth is, traveling can be one of the most healing, rewarding, and life-affirming choices you can make after 60, after 70, or at any age at all. Today, I will share with you the many profound and science-backed benefits that travel can offer to you. Benefits that reach far beyond a simple change of scenery. Benefits that touch your physical health, your mental clarity, your emotional resilience, and your sense of purpose. So, I invite you now to sit back, to take a long, slow breath, and to open your heart to the possibility that it is never, ever too late to embrace new horizons. 1. The gift of gentle movement. How travel strengthens your body. Let us begin with your body. As we grow older, our bodies naturally change. We may feel stiffness in the joints, a sense of heaviness in our legs, or a decrease in our overall energy. These changes are normal, but that does not mean we must surrender to them. Movement is one of the most powerful tools we have to maintain vitality. When we stay at home, it is so easy to fall into long periods of sitting. Hours pass in the same chair, in the same room. But travel gently disrupts this pattern. It invites you to move in ways that feel natural and enjoyable. Perhaps you take a morning walk along a quiet shore, or you climb a small hill to admire a view, or you simply stroll through a charming village market, pausing to look at handmade crafts. Every step you take supports your circulation. Every gentle movement strengthens your muscles, nourishes your bones, and keeps your joints limber. A study from the Harvard School of Public Health revealed that older adults who walk regularly reduce their risk of cardiovascular disease by up to 30%. Another study from the University of Jyväskylä in Finland found that seniors who engaged in moderate movement while traveling experienced significant improvements in balance, coordination, and mobility. When you travel, you may not even notice how much you are moving, because it does not feel like exercise. It feels like life fully lived, like a gentle awakening of everything your body still can do. 2. Nourishing the mind. How new experiences keep your brain young. Beyond the body, travel is a profound gift for the mind. As we age, we sometimes worry that our memory is slipping, that our focus is not as sharp as it used to be, that perhaps our world is becoming smaller. But it does not have to be this way. Your brain is incredibly adaptable. Scientists call this quality neuroplasticity, the ability of your brain to grow, reorganize, and form new connections at any age. When you travel, you are constantly exposed to novel experiences. You must interpret new signs, understand unfamiliar maps, learn the customs of a place you have never been. These small acts create new neural pathways. They help keep your brain active, engaged, and resilient. A 2017 study published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that older adults who engaged in mentally stimulating activities showed slower rates of cognitive decline compared to those who stayed within familiar routines. Think about it. The simple act of ordering a meal in another language, of recalling the name of a street, of recognizing a landmark, is like exercise for your memory. Your mind loves novelty. It craves learning. Travel is a beautiful way to satisfy that craving, while also preserving the clarity and strength of your thoughts. 3. Emotional well-being. How travel reduces loneliness and inspires joy. Let's talk now about the heart, about the quiet spaces within us where loneliness sometimes grows. Many people, after retirement or after the loss of loved ones, experience feelings of isolation. Days can feel long and empty. The same four walls can become a reminder of all that has changed. But travel offers a powerful antidote. It reconnects you to the wider world. It gives you opportunities to meet new people, to share stories, to feel seen and valued. According to the National Institute on Aging, older adults with frequent social interaction have lower rates of depression and report higher levels of life satisfaction. You may choose to travel with family, to bring your grandchildren to a place you once loved, or you may join a group tour designed especially for seniors who also wish to explore. Every shared meal, every kind conversation, every moment of laughter strengthens your sense of connection. It reminds you that you are not alone, that you are part of a much larger story, a story that continues with every journey you take. 4. The healing power of nature. How landscapes transform the spirit. Imagine yourself standing beside a lake at dawn. The sky is pale pink. Mist rises from the water's surface. Birdsong drifts through the trees. In this moment, you feel something you cannot quite name. A deep, gentle peace. This is the healing power of nature. Travel often brings you back to this source, a place where your nervous system can rest, a place where your thoughts slow down, and your heart remembers calm. A 2019 meta-analysis published in Environmental Research confirmed that spending time in green spaces or near water reduces cortisol levels, lowers inflammation, and improves mood. Exposure to natural light also helps regulate your sleep cycles by synchronizing your circadian rhythm. Even short trips to a forest or the ocean can have measurable effects on your health. They restore your sense of wonder. They remind you that beauty is always within reach. Nature is a silent companion, waiting to embrace you wherever you go. 5. Finding purpose again. How anticipation changes your outlook. Sometimes, what we miss most is having something to look forward to, a reason to feel excited, a purpose that lights up our days. Travel provides this spark. Planning a journey, no matter how near or far, awakens hope. You begin to imagine the places you will see, the meals you will savor, the moments you will treasure. Research in the Journal of Positive Psychology shows that anticipation itself improves well-being. Simply having plans for the future increases feelings of happiness and reduces anxiety. When you sit down with a guidebook or browse photos of destinations, your brain releases dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical of motivation and pleasure. This process alone nourishes your spirit. It reminds you that you are still growing, still discovering, still dreaming. And that is a beautiful thing. 6. Restoring healthy sleep. The natural reset of traveling. Sleep can become elusive as the years go by. Perhaps you lie awake, watching the clock, or you wake before dawn, feeling unrest. This is not uncommon. In fact, the National Sleep Foundation estimates that nearly half of all adults over 60 experience some form of insomnia. But did you know that travel can help recalibrate your internal rhythms? When you spend more time outdoors, walking in daylight, breathing fresh air, your body's natural clock begins to align again. The light you absorb during a trip signals to your brain when it is time to be awake and when it is time to rest. A 2020 study in the journal Sleep Health found that seniors who spent several days in natural environments fell asleep more easily and reported deeper, more refreshing sleep. Imagine how much better you might feel after a few nights of genuine rest. Imagine waking up in a peaceful place with renewed energy, ready to see what the day will bring. This is one of the quiet gifts travel can offer you. 7. Reclaiming self-confidence and independence. For many older adults, one of the hardest parts of aging is the fear of losing independence, the fear of depending on others for every decision, every errand, every plan. But traveling can be a gentle reminder that you are still capable, that you still have choices and agency. Think about the small triumphs of planning a trip, choosing a destination, booking a room, organizing your belongings in a suitcase, finding your way through an unfamiliar place. Every one of these actions reinforces a simple, powerful truth. You are not helpless. You are resourceful. You are able to take care of yourself. In a survey conducted by the Global Coalition on Aging, nearly 80% of older adults reported that travel improved their confidence and sense of personal freedom. This feeling can carry over into every other part of life. Making decisions feels easier. Facing challenges feels less intimidating. Travel reminds you that no matter your age, your spirit remains strong. 8. Building resilience. Learning to embrace the unexpected. Sometimes people hesitate to travel because they worry about the unexpected. What if plans change? What if something goes wrong? But here is the truth. Life itself is full of the unexpected. Travel simply offers us a safe space to practice flexibility. When you learn to adapt, when you learn to find calm, even when things don't go exactly as planned, you build resilience. Resilience is not the absence of difficulty. It is the ability to keep moving forward with grace. A study in the gerontologist found that older adults who regularly engage in new experiences report higher levels of psychological resilience and a greater sense of control over their lives. Travel teaches you that you can handle change, that you can trust yourself to navigate uncertainty, and that often the unplanned moments become the most memorable stories. 9. Lifelong learning, the joy of staying curious. Perhaps one of the most beautiful things about traveling is that it reawakens your curiosity. It reminds you that no matter how many years you have lived, there is always something new to discover, new foods to taste, new traditions to learn, new histories to explore. This mindset of lifelong learning is strongly linked to health benefits. According to research from the American Psychological Association, older adults who engage in continuous learning have improved cognitive function, better emotional well-being, and even longer lifespans. So when you travel, you are not just taking a vacation. You are investing in your brain. You are nurturing your natural desire to understand the world. You are keeping your mind alive and bright. 10. Deepening relationships. Travel as a bridge to connection. In our busy modern lives, it is easy to drift apart, even from those we love most. Travel can be a way to rebuild those bonds, a way to spend unrushed time with a spouse, a child, or a grandchild. When you share a journey, you share stories. You create memories that last longer than any material gift. A survey by the U.S. Travel Association found that more than 90% of grandparents who traveled with family felt closer to their grandchildren afterward. Every photo you take together, every meal you enjoy, every moment you spend side by side becomes a treasure, a living testament to the love that connects you. 11. Cultivating gratitude, seeing the world with fresh eyes. When you step away from your daily routines and immerse yourself in a new environment, something changes inside you. You begin to notice the small wonders. A sunrise over a quiet bay, the kindness of a stranger offering directions, the taste of a dish you never imagined you would love. Travel cultivates gratitude. It reminds us how much beauty exists in the world waiting to be noticed. Psychologists have found that gratitude itself is a predictor of better health. A 2017 study published in Personality and Individual Differences showed that older adults who practiced gratitude had lower blood pressure, less inflammation, and greater overall happiness. Travel makes gratitude effortless, because everywhere you look, there is something new to be thankful for. 12. Overcoming fears, expanding your comfort zone. It is natural to feel some fear before a trip. Fear of getting lost, fear of health issues, fear of feeling out of place. But every time you step beyond your comfort zone, you grow. You prove to yourself that you can handle challenges. And in the process, your fears begin to shrink. You realize that you are stronger, more adaptable, and more courageous than you ever knew. This sense of empowerment can ripple into every other part of your life. It can help you approach daily challenges with greater calm and confidence. 13. A celebration of life, because you deserve joy. Finally, perhaps the most important reason to travel is simple, because you deserve it. Because you have spent decades caring for others, working, providing, and supporting those around you. Because you have earned the right to experience joy, to savor beauty, to feel the thrill of discovery. Life is not only about responsibilities, it is also about celebration. Travel is a way to honor the life you have built and the person you have become. A way to remind yourself that you are still living, still growing, still becoming. Friend, as you listen to these words, perhaps a small voice inside you is whispering, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to pack a bag, to look at a map, to choose a place that calls to your spirit. It does not have to be far. It does not have to be long. It simply has to be a step towards something new. Because no matter your age, Curiosity never dies. Joy never expires. Hope never leaves you. It only waits for you to say yes. So today, I invite you to consider saying yes. Yes to movement. Yes to discovery. Yes to connection. Yes to life. Thank you for sharing this time and this reflection with me. If you found value in these thoughts, please share this video with someone who may also need encouragement. If you wish, subscribe to this channel so that together we can continue exploring ways to live with purpose, health, and gratitude. Until next time, be well, be curious, and remember, your journey is only just beginning.